Well, we know that microplastics have become quite a hot topic here in the Great Lakes, as well as out in the oceans. We talk about the garbage patches out in the Pacific Ocean. So with all the concerns about plastics, we started an experiment last spring, basically to look at three different kinds of plastics that are incubating for 1 month and 3 months in 2 different locations in Muskegon Lake at 2 different depths, to see what kind of organic chemicals attach to these plastics, because that can be a source of toxicity for fish and other aquatic organisms, as well as what kind of organisms colonize these plastic spheres, because we don't know what's colonizing them. So it's going to be a kind of a twofold experiment in terms of really going out and seeing what's attaching to these plastics, as opposed to most of the studies that have gone out and just to see what plastics are there. In this case, we're taking known amounts of 3 known types of plastics and see what colonizes.
Oh, no, we have all of them.
It's all there.
Sweet.
Ultimately, this will help tell us what kinds are more toxic than others and where that toxicity is coming from. Because right now we know they're a problem, but we don't know why. We don't know the mechanisms by which they're a problem. So there are direct impacts from plastics where animals might ingest them and it might clog their systems inside. Or there could be indirect, where they're taking up the plastics, but the plastics have basically toxic chemicals attached to them, and then it's the toxic chemicals that are actually impacting the animals. This will tell us how important those toxic chemicals are that are attached to different kinds of plastics. Are there certain types of chemicals that adhere more than others? Do they adhere to one kind of plastic versus another kind of plastic? So it really gives us a better understanding of what the nature of the problem is.